you in here? Oh, good morning, Tina.
Hello.
I came to see Cord.
Oh, well, funny. That doesn't surprise me.
Tina, it's important that I do speak to Cord. Do you know where he is?
Well, Gabrielle, if it is so important, maybe you ought to tell me what it is, and then maybe I can help you.
And maybe you'll mind your own business for once in your life, too.
Gabrielle, when you come waltzing into my house asking for my husband, that is my business.
Wasn't legal. Tell me you come up with a couple of solutions at the West Texas plant. Good work, Matt.
Just used some common sense, that's all.
Why are you surprised at a compliment by me? You think I can't thank a man for doing a good job?
No, it's not just that. It's, you sounded pretty uptight over the phone. Maybe you weren't crazy about my ideas.
No. This is what's making my blood boil.
I told you yesterday, you can't let this garbage get to you.
If this was about me, I could ignore it. It is hurting my family. First Megan, then Viki. I can't sit back and let it continue. I want you to find this Rod Riviera. And you threaten him with an inch of his life. This trash has got to stop, and I want it stopped now.
I got a better idea. Buy this garbage. Buy the intruder.
Excuse me. Brenda, what are you doing here?
I have to be here today.
Brenda, you are not strong enough. And don't tell me that you are. Yesterday, you almost had an angina attack on this... What?
When I testified here yesterday, I realized just how out of control this whole situation has gotten, and I have to figure out what happened the night that
Brenda,
Michael died.
you have got to take care of yourself. Now, please, I want you to leave.
What is the matter with you? Do you not want me to hear you testify? Is that why you're trying to get rid of me?
Where's Jake? Why isn't he here? Of course, why would he be here? After Asa bugged his apartment, the blessing of the whole family, I mean.
Nope, nobody gave their blessings to Asa, okay?
I need him here. I need his support.
You're gonna drive yourself nuts. You don't worry about Jake. Just concentrate on this trial.
What trial? This is a fiasco.
No, I think that Troy's doing one hell of a job. Anybody that gets up there to testify, he makes them look like a suspect.
Yeah, well, I don't think he's convinced the jury that I'm innocent.
It's up to Herb to convince this whole jury that you're guilty beyond any reasonable doubt. Now, he can't do that. So don't worry about Jake. You worry about clearing yourself.
Why bother? Who cares if I win the trial, if I lose Jake?
Here's what to do when you don't find the rainbows in this time. Here's where you go when it looks like the rain won't end. Don't cry. I'll give you tomorrow. Let me be the one to share it with. And each day that follows, 'cause we only have one night to live.
Are you telling me that you would throw in the towel and risk going to jail for a guy like Jake, a guy who's been nothing but trouble to you ever since you met him?
Look, I know how you feel about Jake. I know how the whole family feels about him. I don't need to be reminded.
Fine. I'm not gonna let you give up hope.
I'm not giving up hope.
Well, that's good. Then forget Jake. Don't worry about him. You're gonna win this thing in spite of Jake.
He was just trying to help.
Oh, how'd you ever get through life without him, huh? I think everybody needs a guy like Jake in their life so that he can spy on him, so that he can force them to
Okay,
run from the law.
fine. Maybe he made a few mistakes, but I know that he loves me. I know that he does. This family has done nothing but distrust him and question his motives. You know, that's really hurt Jake's feelings.
I'll send him a sympathy card, okay? No, I'm sorry, Megan. I'm real suspicious of that guy, and even if he does love you as much as you say he does, he's got a long way to go before he proves it.
Viki, have you seen this morning's Intruder?
Yes, I have.
I know that Dorian Lord is greedy and selfish and underhanded, but this is downright vicious. Accusing you of being responsible for Roger's condition, it's absolutely incredible.
The woman is incredible.
Viki, how can you be so calm about this?
I am not calm. I'm as angry as you are. But there are much more important things to worry about right now than the National Intruder. Megan's problems, for one. So let's just stay calm and keep this out of sight, please.
All right, darling.
everything in your power to keep me from remembering what happened the night that Michael was killed, and I want to know why.
Brenda, I am trying to protect you. Can't you understand that?
From what? Is it from the truth? Was Troy right when he said if I had a gun and the opportunity, I would have killed Michael that night? Is that what you're trying to hide from me?
Hear ye, hear ye. Court of Common Pleas for Llanfair County is now in session. The Honorable Anthony Powers presiding. All rise.
Brenda, please, just go home. We will talk about this later.
I'm staying here because I want to hear your testimony. I think that what you say might help me remember. That's all. I'm staying. No, Dan, I'm staying, and that's it.
You may be seated. Call your next witness, Mr. Nichols.
The defense calls Carlo Hesser.
Carlo Hesser.
Oh, I don't know, Jake. I don't like this, being someplace where we ought not to be.
Relax. The guard knows who I am.
Oh, no, that's not what I'm talking about. You should be in the courtroom with Megan. Well, okay, so old man Buchanan bugged your apartment. So what? Big deal. Who cares? You know, he's a jerk. Forget about it. Jake, I'm starting to worry about you. You're not acting like your normal self here.
Maybe you don't know me as well as you think you do, Lucky.
Maybe I don't. The Jake Harrison I know is a true blue guy who would be there in a flash for you when you need him, like Megan needs you now.
I know she does.
Then come on, let's make tracks to the courthouse. Come on, come on.
Lucky, I can't go to Megan right now. Not now.
Well, you love her, don't you? Isn't that what you said before, right? Huh?
Yes, I do. But I can't go to her no matter how much I want to. Not right now.
I'm sorry, pal, but I don't get it.
It's simple. This is so simple, it hurts, okay?
What is?
No matter how much I want to be with Megan, no matter how much I love her, I gotta stay away from her for her own good right now. It's just, I have to.
You're joking, right?
No. Do you want this rag off your back once and for all?
Of course. How would buying the rag fulfill my fondest wish?
Real simple. Once you buy it, bury it. Cease publication.
I don't mean to laugh at your idea, Matt. That's the kind of wild schemes I used to come up with when I first went into business.
Well, your schemes worked, didn't they?
Sure, if I could afford an iron glove. I'm damn important in this town. I pull a stunt like that, the people of Llanfair will be lining up to jump down my throat. I'll be accused of destroying freedom of the press.
Yeah, well, there's always a way around every problem if you just look hard enough.
There's a way around this one?
Uh-huh. Buy the intruder in my name.
Now, what is it that you want with my husband this time?
First of all, he's your ex-husband. And that means that you don't have the right to interrogate his friends. I think that's spelled out in the divorce papers in small print on the last page.
Very funny. But I'm also the mother of his child, which does give me the right to interrogate anyone who wants to use my child to get to his father.
I see, yes. We're putting on the boxing gloves early today, are we? I need to see Cord because I need to tell him that I'm going away for a few days.
You are? Well, in that case, he's at the courthouse. But if you want, I will give him the message as soon as he gets home.
Thank you. Goodbye.
By the way, how long are you going to be at the conference?
Now, how did you know I was going to a conference?
Don't look at me like that. I just heard you say that you wanted me to tell Cord that you were going away to a conference for a few days, okay?
I said I was going away, but I didn't say where I was going.
No. I distinctly heard you say that you were going away to a conference in the West Coast and that it was...
The West Coast?
Did I say West Coast? I meant the... Stop staring at me.
Why are you getting so nervous, Tina?
I am not nervous, Gabrielle.
Oh, yes, you are. I can see it all over your face. Now, tell me one thing. Did you pay Father Valone a visit recently?
Father Valone?
Yes, the priest. Were you the anonymous person who gave a hefty donation so that I could make this trip to the conference?
I don't know what you are talking about.
Yes, you certainly do. You set me up, didn't you? You made certain that I would go out of town so I wouldn't be near Corden. Isn't that right?
I swear I had nothing to do with that.
Okay. Put it to you this way. You tell the truth now, or I will go to court and say that you are up to your old tricks again.
Oh, you wouldn't.
Try me.
All right, Gabrielle, I admit it. I set you up. But I don't feel bad about it. I only feel bad that I opened up my stupid mouth and blew my cover. Now you're going to stay here in Llanview and just make me pay for my sins, huh?
Don't be silly. Everything that I've read about this conference sounds a great deal of fun. I wouldn't miss it for the world.
You warned me when I hired you would speak your mind.
And I also told you I wanted to make a name for myself. I want to have a lot of clout in this town.
By buying a paper and pulling the plug on it?
Before I run it into the ground for you, I'll establish myself as a top-notch businessman. A real entrepreneur. I'll get to know the other money men in this town. Set up a good old boys network. And then when I lay the intruder carefully to rest, I'll go on to bigger and better things.
I like what I'm hearing, Matt. But the intruder is not the only thorn in my side. There's another one just as prickly, named Dorian Lord.
But once the intruder is gone, she won't have anyone to shoot her mouth off to.
Dorian will find a way. She will get on a soapbox at the corner of 5th and Main to keep doing what she's doing. No, I have got to take that woman down a peg or two. Otherwise, that's it.
What's it?
A solution to both of my problems. I buy the intruder. I put your name in the deal. You get Dorian Lord to invest in it. When the rag goes down, so does Dorian Lord.
I don't know about that, Asa.
Don't you get squeamish on me, boy.
I'm not squeamish. It's just that I don't have anything personal against Dorian.
I told you you were an honorary member of this family when you saved my great-grandson's life. Her attacks against the Buchanans are attacks against you.
Isn't that stretching logic just a little bit?
Let me tell you something, Matt. Came up with a good idea. I am the one that makes it flow. So you want to play with me, you do it my way or no way. Do I make myself clear?
Loud and clear.
We're going to get along just fine, partner. Now let's us mosey down to the bank. I'll introduce you to the good old boys, and we will start the ball rolling.
Mr. Hesser, were you and Michael Grande business associates?
We worked on a few deals together. My company supplies linens for hotels, hospitals, motels. We have a contract with the Llanview Grand Hotel.
You also had a contract with Michael Grande to launder the proceeds of your drug empire through seemingly legitimate businesses, did you not?
Objection.
Overruled.
Well, Mr. Hesser?
I've stated before, I do not run a drug empire.
Well, no one's been able to prove that. Not yet, anyway.
No, these accusations constitute slander, Your Honor.
I must agree with Mr. Callison. Objection sustained. Please try to contain yourself, Mr. Nichols.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. Hesser, do you know a man named John Devlin?
Not personally. I know the name.
He testified in court that he worked for your organization and that Michael Grande laundered your drug profits.
Again, I must object. Carlo Hesser is not on trial here.
Your Honor, this line of questioning is pertinent to my case.
Very well, I'll allow it for now.
Continue, please, Mr. Hesser.
John Devlin is a liar. He made a deal with the DA's office to testify against me for a lighter prison sentence. Not one word he said has been proven true.
Mr. Hesser, did you know that Michael Grande was planning to leave Llanview the night he was murdered?
I read about it the next day in the newspaper.
Mr. Hesser, I think you did know. I think you were furious. Because not only was Michael Grande walking out on his association with you, but walking away with hundreds of thousands of dollars that belonged to you.
If I had a few $100,000, I wouldn't trust it to any man. However, I don't have that kind of money. You're welcome to look at my company's books and my tax records.
Mr. Hesser, in your line of business, isn't it customary to eliminate anyone who gets in your way or betrays you, as Michael Grande did?
To my knowledge, Michael never betrayed me. But if he did, there are several citizens who will be willing to testify on my behalf as to my whereabouts on the time of the murder.
But that wouldn't have stopped you from ordering someone else in your organization to do the job for you, wouldn't it?
Object.
I think Mr. Hesser's reluctance and his reputation had made my points already. No more questions, Your Honor.
Cross-examine Mr. Callison.
Yeah, Mr. Hesser, you're well aware of the hit-and-run charges that were brought against Sarah Buchanan, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
What was Michael Grande's involvement in those charges?
Quite simply, after Sarah accidentally hit my chauffeur, Scott, Michael thought he'd use it to his advantage. He felt if he got Sarah into prison, the negative publicity would effectively destroy Viki Buchanan's campaign.
Yes, not to mention the lives of those who love and care for Sarah Buchanan, correct?
No one likes to see their loved ones go to prison.
Well, that's very good, Mr. Hesser. Very good. And one of Sarah's closest and dearest loved ones happens to be sitting right here in this courtroom, Megan Gordon.
Objection!
And there's no doubt that what Michael Grande did to her sister was just one more reason for her wanting to see him dead.
Objection! The DA is asking for a judgment this witness couldn't possibly give.
Sustained.
Well, I have no further questions.
You may step down. Mr. Nichols, next witness.
The defense calls Dr. Dan Wolick.
Dr. Dan Wolick.
Which way do you think this is going to go?
It all depends upon our next
You swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Be seated.
Dr. Wolick, how long have you known Brenda McGillis Grande?
For a little over a year.
How did you meet her?
She was a nurse at Llanfair Hospital when I began my residency there.
Tell me, Dr. Wolick, in your opinion, was Brenda in love with her husband?
No.
Then you agree with her testimony?
The only reason why she married Mr. Grande was because he was drugging her at the time.
Then Michael really didn't love her. He only wanted to marry her to adopt her son.
In my opinion, yes.
I would also like your opinion, your professional opinion, concerning the drug Michael used on her. You did have time to examine it, didn't you?
I ran some lab tests on it, yes.
Was it a strong drug?
It was very potent.
Potent enough that she nearly died from an overdose, isn't that true?
Yes.
And you found her unconscious at her home and brought her to Llanfair Hospital on the same day Michael Grande was murdered. Isn't that right?
Yes.
Tell me, Dr. Wolick, when did you first become romantically involved with Brenda McGillis? You did fall in love with her, didn't you? You are still in love with her, aren't you?
Yes, but what is
so much so that you would do anything to help her, wouldn't you? Isn't it true that even though Brenda Grande was drugged, she had her lucid moments? And that during those times, she called you repeatedly to help her? That she was terrified of Michael Grande, and she wanted you to help her get away from him?
Yes, she had called me once or twice.
So you were concerned about her safety, weren't you?
Of course I was.
Concerned enough to try to sneak into Grandview on a number of occasions to rescue her.
Yes, but how do you...
Just like you tried to sneak into the hospital lounge where the murder was committed. What were you doing there when the police found you?
The night the DA gathered his suspects together, I thought I had seen a gun sticking out of the flower pot just outside the window.
Why didn't you say anything about it then?
Because I wanted to make sure first.
And you must have been unsure about the fact that on the night of the murder, you were in the hospital corridor with Brenda. That is why you didn't tell the police about it, isn't it? Or didn't you think it was relevant?
Look, she was wandering around the halls and I was just leading her back in her room.
Are you sure she wasn't wandering back from the lounge?
Yes. No, I don't know.
Which is it, Dr. Wallach? Yes or no? Could she have been wandering back from the lounge?
It's possible.
Why would she go to the lounge?
Look, if you're trying to say that Brenda killed Michael Grande, you are dead wrong. She didn't do it. I know she didn't do it.
Then who did, Dr. Wallach? You? Is that why you didn't tell the police you were in the corridor that night? Is that why you snuck back into the lounge to retrieve the gun that you used to kill Michael Grande?
Badgering a witness.
Sustained.
Your Honor, I am merely trying to illustrate that there is enough circumstantial evidence to put a number of people on trial. Megan Gordon is no more implicated than anyone else. So I therefore move that this trial be dismissed before a serious breach of justice is perpetrated against my client.
Counsel's motion is improper and inappropriate.
I disagree. We are in search of the same goal, Mr. Callison, justice. I will consider defense's motion. Court is in recess until 11:30.
All rise.
May I have a few words with my attorney, in private, before you escort me back to my home away from home?
No problem.
How do you think the trial is going?
It's hard to tell. But at this point, it looks as though it could go either way.
I know what's in store for me if Megan gets off. That eager beaver DA will try to make Michael's murder look like a mob hit. Then he'll con the jury into indicting me.
That's a possibility. The odds against that.
I don't play the odds, my friend. Unless, of course, they're stacked in my corner. Which is exactly what I want you to do for me.
How?
I don't care. Just make sure Megan Gordon is found guilty as charged. Understand? Then I want you to contact my son Johnny in California. Tell him to come to Llanfair. I want him to take over my appeal. I want the best. I need Johnny D. I'm ready to go, officer.
Allow me to give you my 5-cent lecture on reality.
Please don't.
This is a photo. It is flat. It is one-dimensional. It is incapable of holding a conversation, boring or otherwise. The blood and flesh of the woman you love is across town in a courthouse up on a murder rap. Got it? This you can throw away. It don't care. It's got no feelings. You can step on it if you want to. But if you take Megan and throw her away...
Lucky, do you think I want to do this right now? Do you? Especially after what she said to me last night. She told me she loved me.
She said what? She said that?
Yeah, she did.
Well, what are you doing? You should be jumping up and down with joy. As opposed to being like moping. I mean, like, you know, you're important to her now.
But her family is important to her right now also. I gotta think of that, you know? She needs their support.
She's got their support.
Lucky, I don't want to mess up her life anymore. I've done that enough already.
Oh. St. Jake, the martyr of love. Let me tell you, pal, it ain't gonna fly in this lifetime, huh?
Lucky, the only person I'm thinking about right now is Megan. I gotta stay away from that girl at least until after the trial is over.
What are you doing?
I got an idea.
What are you doing? Who do you think you are, Craig Carlson? Huh? What are you gonna do, write your memoirs or something? Jake, the jerk.
You know what? If you don't shut up and get out of here, I'm gonna take your tongue, stick it in the rolls, type all over your face, and then get out of here. Take a hike. I gotta get my thoughts together, please.
Well, that shouldn't take too long. Well, listen, I only got one thing to say to you, pal. You're a bum.
Yeah. Get...
What are you up to?
I'm not up to anything.
Then why is it that you're going to the conference right after I told you that I'm setting you up?
Tina, I helped to start Outlook House.
Oh.
It means a great deal to me. You wouldn't understand that because you're so busy manipulating me and Cord that you really don't see the needs of others, do you?
Oh, Gabrielle, get off of your high horse. I mean, it's me you're talking to. I know that the only reason that you're involved with Outlook House is because you want to make a name for yourself. And as for manipulating people, Gabrielle, you have me beat, hands down.
No, I don't really think so. That was the old Gabrielle. Now, I really must go.
Oh, come on, Gabrielle, admit it. You are doing everything in your power to get Cord, including using an innocent child.
Tina, Cord and I are friends. We spend time together because we enjoy each other's company.
Oh, yeah, sure. That's how it starts out, a casual friendship. And then you get your nasty little claws into him and you move in for the kill. Isn't that right? You know what? I wouldn't even be surprised if you were the one who started the fire at Max's place so that you could rescue CJ and have Cord indebted to you for life.
You're unbelievable. But you're right about one thing. I am after Cord. And do you know what? I'll get him. Won't I, Tina? I probably will get him. So, if I were you, I would use the time that I'm away very wisely. Work your best magic to hold on to him because you know what? I'm really not that worried because you'll probably fail as you normally do. And when I get back, he will still be available. Ripe for the picking, as they say. And I shall probably pluck him right out of your tiny little fists. Good day.
Nice threads, huh?
Yeah, real nice.
Hey, come on. I mean, I got this with some of the money Asa gave me. Feel it, it's raw silk. Feel it.
I want to feel it.
Oh, come on. You're not still angry because I quit my job here, are you?
No, I'm not angry.
Oh. Just a little hurt, huh?
Yes, just a little hurt.
Come on, you know it's a great opportunity for me.
I know.
Well?
All right, I'm glad for you, see? It's good to see you happy anyway. But I have a feeling it's not because of Asa or the new threads.
Uh-huh.
Does Gabrielle have anything to do with this?
Well, actually, we spent the night together.
Last night, huh?
Uh-huh.
And?
And it was terrific. Something we soon won't forget.
So, it's clicking for both you two, huh?
I thought so. But I'm wrong. She's pretending now that it didn't mean anything.
It was great fun, but it was just one of those things.
Yeah, something like that.
So, you believe her, don't you?
I believe that she believes it. It's one of her favorite defenses. You know, once she's hit with something she can't deal with, up go them walls.
So how are you gonna get them to tumble down?
You're looking at it. The new Matt Kingston. Clout, money, Eva Buchanan. Now, I know. Before you say anything, it's the only way I'm gonna get Gabrielle back.
Troy, listen, nice move with that motion. I hope it works, man.
Oh, thanks, Cord. Thanks a lot.
Gabrielle, hey, how you doing?
Hi, Cord. Listen, I'm sorry to disturb you. I know you must be very busy, but I have a big favor to ask of you.
Sure. What is it?
I'm going away for a few days, and I was hoping that you would bring CJ over to visit with Al, because Al loves the visits, and he misses you.
Well, you know that CJ and Al hang out with old Al anytime. But listen, what's going on? This is the first time I've heard about you taking any kind of a trip. Is there something wrong?
No, I just have to... Well, look, I'm not going to bother you with it right now. I'll tell you all about it later, all right?
Whoa, Gabrielle, just wait 1 minute.
Brenda, wait, Brenda.
What do you want, Dan?
And look, just let me take you home. We can talk about it there, okay?
Answer me something. Is it true what you said in there, that you would have done anything at all to protect me?
Brenda, don't tell me that you bought Nichols' fly-by-night theory.
Is it a theory? Or did you go into the lounge to get the gun that you used to kill Michael?
Brenda, I don't believe this. Didn't you hear him say that he was just trying to prove that Megan...
Also heard what you said before court reconvened. You told me that you would do anything to protect me, and I want to know from what? Is it from Michael that you were trying to protect
Brenda,
me?
look, I was just talking about your health. I mean, look at you. You're
Please
upset
don't
and...
give me a diagnosis. For God's sake, Megan's life is on the line here. And if you killed Michael...
No! This is not the time and place to talk about this.
No, it's not.
As a matter of fact, there's no need to even talk about it. To talk about this, you know, look, Megan is going to get off, and the judge is going to dismiss this case, and meanwhile, you're going to go home, and you're going to get some rest.
You know, I don't feel well enough to sit here and discuss it with you right now, so I am going to go home, and I am going to rest, and then we are going to discuss it. Do you understand me?
Well, Troy's doing a great job, don't you think?
Can't say I like his tactics much.
Well, I think he's just trying to show the jury that a lot of people could have killed Michael Grande. I mean, except for you and Clint.
I'm sure the judge is going to come to that conclusion. He's going to dismiss this case, and then the whole nightmare will be over.
Exactly. No more accusations, no more suspicions.
I wonder if they're going to be next on the list.
Oh, you don't really think that Dan or Brenda would be capable of murder, do you?
Till recently, no, but Michael was drugging Brenda. He tried to take her baby away from her.
Well, if anyone tried to take my children away, I guess I don't even know what I would do.
No, you add it all up, they've both got a ton of reasons to hate Michael Grande.
Yeah, I don't buy that, though.
Wonder if they'll ever figure out what really happened that night.
Excuse me, Megan, can I talk to you now? Excuse us for a second, thanks.
Lucky, what are you doing here? Where's Jake? Why isn't he here?
Well, because he's got this crazy notion in his head that you don't need him anymore.
What?
Yeah, well, he thinks you'd be better off without him. I mean, I don't think so. And I don't think that you think so, but you gotta do something fast.
Well, where is he?
He's in the studio in your dressing room.
Thank you.
Sure.
What'd you say to Megan? Where'd she go?
Hey, calm down, huh? Everything's gonna be okay.
You know something? Megan was very upset that Jake wasn't here. Did she go to see him? I'll bet that's exactly where she went, right?
Yeah, and I'll bet Cubit here brought the message.
Hey, listen, I know that you guys don't like Jake, each and every one of you. But he's a great guy. I mean, I've been to hell with him and back.
You know, that's one little trip I'd love to help both of you pack for.
Lucky, it doesn't matter whether or not we distrust Jake. The point is, Megan is supposed to be here in court.
I know that. But she also belongs with Jake, and Jake belongs with her. He loves her, I'm telling you. He really, really loves her.
Conference, huh? I guess this Outlook House business is really keeping you hopping.
Well, I'll only be gone for a week or so. You know, I probably don't really have to go. I could get Father Tony to rearrange...
Gabrielle, let me ask you something. Matt Kingston doesn't have anything to do with this, does he? This sudden departure of yours?
I don't know why on earth I'd leave town because of him.
You know, I got eyes and I got ears. I've seen what's been going on. Other man has been coming on to you like gangbusters for the past week. Look what happened last week in your room. Not to mention what was going on yesterday in the lobby.
He doesn't know how to take no for an answer, does he?
No, he doesn't. In fact, I took it upon myself to have some words with him.
You talked to him about me?
Yes, ma'am, I did. I really felt that he was out of line, so I said something to him, although I don't think that he paid any attention to me. Listen, he is bothering you. I will be more than happy to talk to him and straighten him out real quick.
I'm so flattered that you care and you wanted to protect me, but no, Matt is not the reason that I'm leaving town.
You're positive?
Yes. I want to help Outlook House. Raising the money in the beginning was just a start. This conference will give me an insight as to how I can help in many different ways.
I'm very impressed. Listen, maybe the Banner ought to do an article on you and this whole project.
No,
What do
I'm
you
not
say?
doing this for the glory. But then again, when I get back, you never know. Listen, I need to get back to the hotel and pick up my bags to go to the airport now.
Well, wait, how about if I give you a lift?
No, I've imposed on you so much already.
Stop it, please. I'm gonna go tell Viki I'm going. I'll be back in 2 seconds. Don't move.
All right, thanks.
I don't know, Max. I mean, I gotta admit that this is a really yummy outfit, but this image of yours, I mean, if it's not you, it's not gonna work, and if
It will work, trust me. Everybody loves a winner, and with Asa's help, I'm gonna be a winner back in this town and fast.
Oh, you think Gabrielle's gonna love Matt, the winner?
Yes, the quickest way of getting her back.
I hate to be negative, but what if it doesn't work?
Then I'll try something else, and if that doesn't work, I'll try something else until I get her back. Whatever works. That's gonna be my motto from now on.
Lucky. I'm almost finished. Come on.
Yeah, well, obviously, so am I.
What are you doing here?
What am I doing here? What are you doing here? Why aren't you at the courthouse? I mean, in case you've forgotten, I am on trial for murder right now. I could use you there. I could use your love and your support. I didn't know where you were. If Lucky hadn't come in, I would never have known.
Lucky went to you, that weasel. I said, don't...
Yeah. What's going on here? What were you typing when I came in?
Nothing much. I was just, I had to borrow some of your stationery. I hope you don't mind.
Well, no. Let's see it.
No. Since you're here, I can just tell you. Tell you what I wrote.
Okay. What is it?
It's simple. It's a goodbye letter.
I just need to speak to Bill at the desk, and I'll be ready.
That's fine. I need to check in with the banner anyway.
Hello, Bill.
Yes, Miss Medina.
I'm going to be away for a couple of days. My mother's going to look after my son and pick up my mail, but as for my phone messages, I'd like to call in for them.
Is there a number where you can be reached in case of an emergency?
Going somewhere?
Yes, as a matter of fact, I am.
Where?
Away.
When will you be back?
When I get back. You going away? Somewhere, I hope?
Yeah, going places. Moving on, moving up, moving out, moving in.
Okay, Gabrielle. I'm all ready to go whenever you are.
Oh, you didn't tell me. You were going to have company.
Court is driving me to the airport.
To coin a phrase, I guess that's none of your business.
Uh-huh. Well, I suppose it is.
Well, I think I'll go and get my bags now.
Okay. I'll be waiting for you right here.
Megan is supposed to be here by now.
Don't worry. Jake and Megan will be come strolling through those doors any minute now on the wings of Aphrodite.
Listen to me, you little moron. This is not some fairy tale where everybody lives happily ever after. We're talking Megan's future. We're talking the judge who's going to be mad as hell because his defendant is missing, okay? Cut the bull. Tell me exactly where I can find Megan right now.
Oh.
What?
You're sucking me. Oh. Lucky, please, if you care about Megan, tell us where she is.
I'll do better than that. I'll go get her myself.
No, you should have let him choke him. I like it. Just broken his little scrawny neck.
Bo, don't get excited. It's not going to help.
Viki, have you seen Cord?
Cord? Yes, he left with Gabrielle.
Gabrielle?
Yes.
Why?
He took her to the airport.
Hasn't she ever heard of taxis?
What?
Nothing. Okay, I gotta run.
Tina?
What?
I thought you wanted to be here in court.
Well, I
Megan.
would love to. I would love to, but the reason that I came here to find Cord was because I had promised CJ that his daddy would take him for a walk in the park, and his daddy can't do it, so I'm gonna take care of him myself, okay? Bye-bye.
How the hell did Tina get to be so thoughtful?
All rise.
You may be seated. Mr. Nichols? Mr. Nichols?
Yes, Your Honor.
After giving your motion careful consideration, I have decided that there is enough evidence against the defendant to warrant the continuation of this trial.
But, Your Honor, haven't I sufficiently shown the court that the other suspects had motive and opportunity equal to my client's?
The other suspects are not on trial. Megan Gordon is. Motion denied. Call your final witness, which according to notes is the defendant. Mr. Nichols, where is your client?
She stepped outside to get some fresh air. She should be back in a minute, Your Honor.
I don't like to waste the court's time on errant defendants. If Miss Gordon does not return shortly, she will be held in contempt. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Your Honor.
The court is in recess until the defendant returns.
All rise.
A goodbye letter?
Yeah, at least for now.
Well, this is some sort of joke, right? I mean, you were typing up a shopping list, and you were waiting for me to come in so you could throw your arms around me and say, I love you, Megan, and then I could say the same to you, right?
It's no joke, Megan. I've got to stay away from you at least until the trial is over.
Jake, this doesn't make any sense.
Your family does not trust me. Asa bugs my apartment. They think that I killed Michael, that I'm setting you up to take a fall.
I really don't care what they think.
Yes, you do. It's important that you do. That fight that I had with your family made you take sides. That's not what I wanted to happen. Your family is important. You need them. You need their support right now.
No. What I need is you. Don't walk out on me now.
I'm not walking out on you now. I'll be back. It's only for a little while. I'm giving you the space you need.
Well, I didn't ask for it, did I? I didn't say, go away, Jake. My family's more important to me than you are.
I know how you feel about me. That's not what this is about.
Well, then what is this about?
It's about, I love you enough, Megan Gordon, to know what is best for you right now.
Well, forget what's best for me. Think about us, what's best for us.
You know, you're not making this any easier on me.
I'm not going to make it easy for you to walk out of that door and out of my life forever, Jake.
It's not going to be forever. I'll be back. I'll be back in a little while.
When? Tomorrow, the next day, next week, next month, next year? We love each other. Why are we even discussing your leaving?
Because this is not the way I want it. Believe me. It's just the way it has to be.
Jake! Jake, no, please!
No!
I need you!